Hello again. Today we're going to be making this giant worm. Look at this, you guys. He's literally the size of me, and I'm 5'6", so this is a big boy. Now, I'm going to be very transparent with you guys because I love you. This is not a fast task. He took me about, 10 hours to make because I used little stitches. If you want to modify this project, I don't care. You can do whatever you want to do. I'll leave the pattern in the description below. And it's your world, guys. I'm just living in it. So let's get started for those who want to follow along. For this project, I use this loops and thread yarn with a 6.5 millimeter hook. I got this from Michael's. It's 524 yards. I used about 1.5 of these. I also used a yarn needle, some thick black yarn for the mouth, and then I used safety eyes, but you could use this yarn to embroider on eyes if you don't have safety eyes. And then I used a lot of this stuffing. Can you guys see that? That stuffing, I used a bunch of it, so that's what I used. We're gonna start with our magic ring. I hate to say it, where I always, at least me, I don't know if other people do this, but I have to chain 1. And once you have that, you're going to do 8 single crochets into that ring. We're going to pull that tail so that it closes. Hopefully yours closed. And then we're going to repeat 4 times. We're going to do this pattern. We're going to do a single crochet, which is SC in the pattern. And then you're going to do an increase in the following stitch. So increase is 2 single crochets in the same stitch. We're going to do that 4 total times. Should be a total of 12 single crochets. Row 3, we're going to do almost the same thing. Instead, this time we're going to do 2 single crochets and then an increase 4 total times for 16. Row 4, I hope you see a pattern. We'll do 3 single crochets, just regular old single crochet, and then our increase 4 times, should be 20 stitches. All right, I'm pretty sure we're on row 5, and this time we'll do 4 single crochets, and then you're going to do your increase. And I'm going to speed up this tutorial, so try to use the pattern in the top right corner. It will tell you everything we got to do because we got a lot of rows to go through, you guys, okay? We don't have time to sit here and listen to me babble, okay? So you guys can do it. I know you can. Let's keep going. Now we're going to mix it up a bit. So for this row, we're just going to do single crochets in each stitch. So should be a total of 24. And you're going to notice a pattern pretty soon here. And I think I'm going to send you on your own, because I know you guys can do it. Once you got your 24, we are now going to be doing 5 regular single crochets and then placing our increase 4 total times. Oh, I cannot crochet and talk to you guys. It's too hard to think about, okay? Look at the pattern in the top right. The following row should, if you're doing it right, just be 28 regular single crochets all the way around, just 28. So you just finished a row of 28 stitches. Guys, I don't want to sit here and bore you to death. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you guys on your own. So I'm going to leave the pattern here. We're just going to keep repeating that same pattern where we do a row where we increase by 4 stitches and then a row where we do normal single crochets around, and it's going to form the top of our head. I think I'm going to leave it on the screen right now so you're looking at it right now, hopefully. And if you need help, reach out to me, okay? Email me, comment below. I just don't want to bore everybody, so I'll be back, and I know you can do it. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is literally insane. Look at how our worm is going. So right now what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put my face on my worm. So let me get that set. Now for the eyes, I stuffed my worm just a bit so I could get an idea of his shape. And then I measured from the top of his cute little head there down to where I put the eyes is about 11 inches. And I spaced it about 10 inches apart. 10 inches, 10 stitches apart. Oh my, I'm losing it. So that's how I did my eyes. Or, of course, I'm going to leave the link to a video tutorial on how to embroider eyes. Okay, now for the face. I hate the face. So I'm going to do a straight face because I think it just fits the worm best. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm trying something new, guys. I'm getting a little crazy. I'm going to shove my needle through the back here. And then, I don't know, I think I want it pretty close to my eye. So I'm just going to go like 1, 2, let's do 2 rows below the eye. And then I'm going to go around the center of it-ish. Nah, the corner. Does that make sense? Well, it's, you do whatever you got to do. I'm going to pull it. Oh, not that much. So that there's a tail. See that tail? Perfect. Then we're going to go straight across. And you're going to decide where you want the other corner of your mouth to be. So, let's see. That's a little middle. I like symmetry, guys. I like symmetry. Okay, so you're going to figure out where you want the corner of that mouth to be. And then here's where it's going to get a little crazy. We're going to take that needle and we're going to try to push it through to our original entry point. So, I'm going to try my... This is so hard because our worm is so large. Okay, up, okay. Wow, I don't know why I just yelled. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to pull it tight. We're going to pull it tight, but not too tight. But tight, but not too tight. And I mean, that's looking like a pretty straight face to me. So then after that, you're just going to tie. We'll cut this yarn and then tie it, and then we'll hide it inside of our worm. So I'm literally just making a knot. I would double knot it if I were you. I don't know, unless you live on the edge. And then once you double knot it, you're just gonna take your hook or something, and we're just gonna hide it. It should hide in there somehow. I just watched a tutorial on it, okay? What's going on, YouTube people? I hope my tutorials aren't this confusing. Okay, let me try to keep pushing it through and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I finally got it pushed through. I literally forgot also you can just shove your hand inside the worm and grab it. What is wrong with me today? And you know what? That looks pretty good. We're going to carry on with our lives. Let's keep going. Alrighty, so now we're going to make like the collar looking thing that worms have. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about, like the collar. Whatever. So here's what we're going to do. It's not going to be easy, but nothing good comes easy. So this whole row, just this one row, we're going to be working in the front loops only. Let me show you what the front loops look like. Okay, so in crochet, we have 2 loops in each stitch. The front loop, we're going to just be working in this one. I hope you guys can see that. So in the front loop only, we are going to repeat this all the way around. We're going to do a regular single crochet in the front loop. Sorry, that's my stitch marker, that white piece of yarn. And then we're going to do an increase in the front loop only, all the way around. Increase, remember, that's 2 single crochets in the same stitch. We're going to do that all the way around. I hate to say it, it's going to be 72 stitches. But you can do it, and it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. That was awful, but we did it, so no big deal. Now we're just going to take it easy and just single crochet in both stitches. We're back to normal, guys, back to normal, like nothing happened. We're just going to single crochet around. It should be 78 stitches per row, and we're just going to make, I don't know how many rows yet, however long you want that collar to be. So I'll tell you how many I did, and then I'll see you when I'm done. So I'm going to say my collar's done. I only did 20 rows, but you can make it bigger if you want. I think it's a little small, but I don't care. I'm moving on with my life. Come on now. So I'm going to end my collar here. So here's what I'm going to do. In the back loops only the back loops, we're going to do this one row. We're going to repeat this all the way around our worm. We're going to start with a regular single crochet through the back loop, just like that, just like that. Then we're going to do a decrease, our first decrease. It's DEC in the pattern. I'm going to show you this once and never again, so look closely. In the back loop, I'm going to shove my hook through. I'm going to grab the yarn and then pull it through so that there's 2. Then in the following loop, because we're decreasing, I'm going to keep those loops on there. I'm going to shove my hook through so that there's 3. I'm going to grab my yarn. I'm going to pull it through 2 loops and then wrap around and pull it through both. That's a decrease. So we are going to do that all the way around for this row only. We're going to do single crochet in the back loop and then a decrease in the next stitch. Next 2 stitches? Ow, I don't know. Come on now. You guys can do it, okay? Should be a total of 52 stitches. After you finish your row through the back loops, we're going to take life pretty easy now. So we are just going to single crochet in each stitch around. Should be 52 single crochets per row until you get about, I don't know, 10 inches under your desired length of your worm, and then we'll start to make the point. Does that make sense? So just make a bunch of rows until you're like, I'd like my worm to be about 10 inches longer. That's when you're going to stop, because then we're going to decrease and we're going to make the tail, and then we are going to be done, and then we're going to have a nice little worm at the end. Big worm? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go because I think I'm losing my mind. Now I got a little carried away with the length of my worm, but I think we're ready to start making his little tail. Let's get going. I should have just finished a row of 52. And so here's how we're going to decrease. I'm going to show you, and then you're going to take it on your own. But the first row you're going to do 11 normal single crochets. So do 11 normal single crochets. After 11 single crochets, you're going to place a decrease, a DEC. I showed you this earlier, but watch the screen if you forgot. It's okay. I won't be mad. Okay, so we're going to repeat that 4 total times. So you're going to do 11 regular single crochets and then a decrease all the way around 4 total times. For the next row, you're just going to single crochet like a normal all the way around. Should be 48 total. Now I'm hoping you see a pattern here. So this next round, we're going to do 10 regular single crochets, and then we're going to do a decrease 4 total times. So this is the same row. I did 10 single crochets. Now I'm going to do my decrease. Okay, got that? Got that? Perfect. Do that all the way around. Should be a total of 44 stitches. I just finished my 44 stitches, so now we're just going to do another easy row of single crochets all along our little worm for a total of 44 more stitches. We are doing fantastic. Now, I don't want to bore you, okay? I don't want to bore you, but we're going to keep repeating that pattern. So I'm putting it on the screen here. You're going to repeat that pattern till we get down to 24 stitches. It's on the screen. Pause it, look at it. If you need help, I don't know, comment below. I think you can do it because you made it this far in the video, okay? So you got it. You should have just finished a row of 24 single crochets. Now we're getting down to the wire, so make sure you're stuffing your worm as we go, okay? Now we're going to keep doing rows where we decrease. So this one, we're going to do 4 regular single crochets and then a decrease, 4 total times. Should be 20 stitches. Then we're going to repeat almost the same thing, except this time we're going to do the 3 single crochets and then our decrease 4 times for how many stitches is that? 16? I think 16 stitches. Now it's going to be 2 single crochets and a decrease 4 times total. We're almost done, so make sure you're stuffing your worm because we have 2 more rows. So this one, you guessed it, you're going to do a single crochet and then a decrease 4 total times. Now, this last row is going to be so hard, but we're going to place 4 decreases around the thing. I'm going to have to do it off camera because my worm's too big. 4 decreases. You got it. I know you could do it. I cannot believe we're done. When you're done, cut that yarn with a little bit of a tail, and then we're going to close it. Cut it, tie it. I'll be back in a second. So I tied my tail to a yarn needle. Here's how I close it. I go around, I can't even see it, the inside loops of that circle. Can you guys see that? The inside loops, just guess. Honestly, at this point, I just want to go to bed. So the inside loops, see, look, I can't even see it. It's like already closed. You know what? No matter what you guys do, it's probably going to be fine. So just do that, pull it, and then shove your needle through the thing. And then let's just cut that tail off and pretend like we're never going to worry about it again. And just like that, guys, you have yourself your own giant worm to do as you please with. So I hope you liked this video, and I hope it wasn't too hard or grueling or discouraging. And pretty much I just want to say I love you, okay? And I hope you have fun with your worm, and I'll see you later. And if I never see you again, I hope you have a good life.